Over the past 20 years, mass shootings have greatly increased just from a few per year to over 50 per year. Just within this year, there have been over 300 mass shootings, around 36 of them being at school.
But the enormity of the tragedy can't be measured only by the number of deaths and injuries that took place. There's no way to quantify the psychological damage of those who were in the school or who took part in rescue or cleanup efforts.
Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel.
I'm absolutely sick to my stomach to see children who go to school armed with backpacks and pencils lose their lives.
So it's important to know about ALICE training because for a lot of reasons. Number one, your own safety. The more skills you have, the more knowledge you possess, the less likely there is somebody else is able to hurt you. This isn't just a school thing. This is when you go to church. This is when you go shopping. This is when you go anything. All these skills that we're teaching you right now, they're not just school-related subjects. It is for every place that you're at. And you know, one of the things we really want to make sure is that you're safe no matter where you are, physically, emotionally. This is a way to help you become physically and emotionally safe.
If you hear or see something that could be thought of as a threat, immediately report it to a staff member. As a student, there are things you can do to help out, even writing a letter to Congress to show an interest for safety in our schools.
Hi everybody, I'm Jada Freeman. I'm here with
Luke Soderberg.
And we are joined here with our guest, Ms. Humphreys.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about teaching. So, Ms. Humphreys, I hear a lot of talk around school. Like, you know, we have a lot of conversations about teaching, especially class. And we've talked about how technology is affected a lot. And, like, everything you do is surrounded around technology. So how has technology changed teaching and how have you adjusted to it?
Well, when I started teaching in 1990, I had a film projector. And I would show a film, usually on Tuesdays. And the film would sometimes break, and there was always that sound of the film splicing open and it going wah, 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 wah. So I had to fix it with tape. So we don't have those issues. You know, technology is everywhere. Technology is part of our society. Technology is how we communicate. Technology is how we get information. It's how we buy things. So of course it's going to impact teaching as well. And I try to incorporate some technology in class, hopefully where it's appropriate and where it helps us to understand things better and remember things better.
And then, so where do you think that technology such as smartphones can become a problem in class, or how do you think it can help teaching?
So I love the fact that you have in your smartphone basically the contents of libraries. So if you talk to your parents, your grandparents, when they were in school, they had to go to the library and they had to go look at the card catalog and find a book, and then they had to read the book and they had to get all the information that way. And it took a long time, and it was not open at midnight, the night before the papers due. So having technology in your smartphone is fantastic because there's lots of information. I think the challenge is that there's so much information that it's hard for us to know what is good information and what's information that is maybe misleading or irrelevant, or maybe even just wrong. And I think that's our job in school, is to help kids figure out how to find the right information and apply it correctly.
Well, don't you think that technology, you know, since we're so dependent on it and how it's pretty much everywhere and it's on, you know, everything is on it. You know, we have to do our homework on it. We have to turn in projects on it. We have to type essays on it, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, don't you think that can become a problem for kids that don't have access to that technology?
Absolutely, and I think in this day and age, if you don't have a smartphone, there are a lot of barriers to accessing things. You know, you guys look up your grades on Impact Campus on your smartphones, mostly. Checking to see if there's an assignment on Classroom is on your smartphone. So I think they're necessary. I'm nervous about smartphones though, and I think the science rather is new. The research is new, but what I have read is a bit alarming about how smartphones affect children's brains. How you think, how you process information, and even like how much time you're willing to wait to get an answer. You know, they've done studies that look at the effect of social media, where kids put something on social media and they wait for the likes, and the likes release the dopamine into the brain, and then kids just want to get likes, and they're not necessarily worried about the content, they're just worried about the reaction. And that's a little disturbing to me. Like I said, the science is new, and I think it's something we need to keep paying attention to.